Before we start, let's set up our workspace. Please create a new document and set the artboard size to A4. Then change the orientation to landscape. Make sure your workspace is clean and organized because we'll be working with multiple shapes today. Last time, we learned how to create artworks using basic shapes and combine them using the Pathfinder tool. In this video, we're going to learn a tool that gives us more control and more freedom. This tool is called the Shape Builder tool. Instead of relying only on Pathfinder modes, we can visually build a design or artwork that goes beyond what Pathfinder can easily do. For example, I'm creating a cloud shape using the ellipse tool. After selecting all the shapes, I click the Shape Builder tool, then drag over the areas I want to combine. By doing this, all the individual shapes merge together and we create a single cloud shape.
With the Shape Builder tool, the first thing to remember is to select all your shapes first. Otherwise, the tool won't work. To combine shapes, simply click and drag across the areas you want to keep. Dragging merges those areas into one shape. If you only click once without dragging, Illustrator will create a separate shape instead of combining them. To remove excess parts, hold Alt on Windows or Option on Mac, then click or drag over the areas you want to delete. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to break objects into shapes and rebuild them cleanly using the Shape Builder tool. For this example, I'll start by drawing a single oval using the Ellipse tool. Next, I'll use the Rotate tool to duplicate the oval and rotate it around the center point. By repeating this step, I can quickly create a symmetrical pattern. At this stage, what we have are still individual overlapping shapes. This is the before version, shown on the left. Now, I'll select all the shapes and switch to the Shape Builder tool. To combine shapes, I simply click and drag across the areas I want to keep. Illustrator previews the regions that will merge into one shape. If there are any extra or unwanted parts, I hold Alt on Windows or Option on Mac, then click or drag to remove them. On the right side, you can see the after result: clean, simplified, and built from one continuous form. This is how the Shape Builder tool helps us turn complex overlaps into a clear, usable design. For this example, I'm going to build the letter Q using only basic shapes. I'll start with the Ellipse tool to draw a large circle for the outer shape. Then duplicate and scale it down to create the inner hole. Next, I'll draw a rounded rectangle for the tail of the letter Q. At this stage, these are still separate shapes. Now, I'll select everything and switch to the Shape Builder tool. I'll drag across the areas I want to keep to merge them into one clean shape. If there are any extra parts, I hold Alt on Windows and click to remove them. At this point, our letter is complete in terms of shape and structure. Using the Shape Builder tool, we focused on building clean forms by combining and removing shapes. Now that the shape is finished, the next step is improving how the design looks visually. To add depth and emphasis, we'll move on to the Gradient tool. Here are a few examples of the finished artwork after applying gradients. Notice that the shape stays the same, only the color and depth change. In the next part of this video, we'll focus entirely on the Gradient tool and how to use it to add depth, contrast, and visual interest to our designs. Let's move on to the Gradient tool.